Before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know my Discord server is now live. The link is in the top of the description. Go and join. I'm going to be dropping some samples in there, answering some questions. And yeah, enjoy the video. So today we're going to be making a beat similar to the song Is There More by Drake. Also similar to 4 PM in Calabasas, those kind of dark vocal sample style beats. So yeah, I'm going to play what we've got and we'll get into it. So first I went on to Splice and grabbed this vocal loop. I thought the melodies kind of fit in with the vibe that I was going for, so it sounds like this without any effects on.
I can't define it, I just know the feeling you evoke. I can't ignore it, I just know that I'm under you.
As you can tell, that sounds very different from the preview you heard a minute ago. I added lots of effects and stuff to kind of get it to sound how I wanted it to. So first I pitched it up by 12 semitones all the way up. Then I did an EQ, just around 1000 hertz, cut the highs, cut the lows. Wave shout, sound shifter, I pitched it up by 12 again. So that's up like 24 semitones at this point. A delay, a heavy one, quite a heavy one, as you see the mix is at 86%. Half time, so I clicked the 4 times, so it's pitching it all the way down. And just the half setting. Shaper box, so it's pulsing in and out here. Another shaper box with a reverse. I kept them separate because I wanted to bring the reverse in later on in the beat and not the whole time. And then a good hertz tremolo control, just so it's going from side to side. So with all those effects, it sounds like this. After that, I wanted to build some chords around it, so I went to Analog Lab, grabbed this gospel preset from Loophole, and I clicked in these chords. So as you can see, I've got a couple of notes here right next to each other. That's going to help you build like tension within your chords, and then they're resolved down to a chord like this. Really, it's all just trial and error. I don't really know too much music theory. I'm just clicking and listening and trying to figure out what I think sounds good. In terms of effects, I added a good hertz, low-high filter, sketch cassette, and an EQ. Cut some of the lows out. Next, I grabbed this sub. I didn't want to use an 808 because I didn't want it to hit too hard. I want it to be more kind of like an ambient beat. So yeah, I found this sub and just did this very spaced out pattern. There's not too many hits. It's not too much going on. I added an EQ to that, just cutting 30 hertz. And also added a decapitator, the mid driver preset, just to kind of boost some of that high end so you can hear it a bit better within the mix. Next to that, I added another sub. This time I reversed it and just added it at the end of the bars. Next I moved on to the drums. I wanted to start to build a bounce. So this Medicine, I think it's called Hypercolor drum kit, is really fire. It's on Splice. It has some really good percussion in it. So I found this rim shot. I pitched it all the way down and just did this very basic pattern. I found that that didn't have enough presence within the mix, so what I did was found this stick from one of Only One's kits. I pitched it 10 semitones down, brought that out knob up a little bit. As you can hear, it has like really nice high end, so it's gonna, you know, layer on top of that other rim quite nicely. After that is a hi-hat. Again, I went to the Medicine kit and found one. I did a straight hi-hat pattern. I just brought down every other note really low down in the velocity just to give a bit of bounce. And I also shifted it back quite far. I actually added some effects to my hi-hats this time. I wanted to give it just a completely different feeling and something that I've never really done before. So I went into Effect Rack, found this Phase Mistress preset, and I brought the mix down by just like under half. Then I also went to Wave Shout and brought it down 3 semitones. It just gives it this kind of spaced out, just a different feeling really. So next I added another element from the Medicine drum kit. I wanted to find a perk that had this certain texture that was like quite watery. So I found this and did this little pattern. So the final drum element is this kick 12 from Only One's Heartless drum kit. Super fire, I use it all the time. And I just did this very spaced out pattern, as you can see. I wanted to keep this beat very simple and spaced out. I only added one more melodic element. That was this vintage upright close, super fire piano. It's got a very like vintage sound to it. And I just did this pattern. I did lots of effects to get the sound that I wanted. So an EQ, cut quite a lot of the lows out. Cassette, warm keys preset, bring the static almost all the way down. Spring reverb, quite heavy on that one. Halftime, just a standard halftime. Fruity delay, the half preset, and just quite a light mix. And again, another EQ because the halftime brought it down, so I had to cut some more lows out. I did a switch up for the second half. I took the chords I had with the pad, used them on the piano. I bounced them out into audio and just reversed them, as you can see here. And that sounds like this. As I mentioned earlier, I added a second shaper box so I could reverse when I wanted. I automated it so it comes in at these certain points and then it drops out again. You'll hear a very, very slight difference, but it just gives a little bit of a variety for the artist and for the listener. In terms of arrangement for this beat, it's very simple. When Drake does these kind of songs, there's often like not a hook. It's just kind of him rapping for 3 minutes. So I've just kind of taken little bits out, added them in, taken the drums out, added them in, just to give some variety and so to keep the listener interested. Okay, that's today's beat. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, please subscribe, please comment what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.